Hi. Hi, I'm John Ratz, and I'm a junior, and this is me plus American Chinese food, a love story. Chinese food has always had a special place in my heart, right next to the plaque it's been building in my arteries for all of these years. It's a romance that began innocent enough. We met in a mouthful. Me, young, naive, a child actually, and it, a culinary tradition formed an ocean away, molded by American hands into the melting pot we have today. And I stand here years hence with a love like fresh egg drop soup that is still hot enough to vaporize taste buds at a touch. Look me straight in the eye and deny that a plate of teriyaki, bowl of hot and sour, a tower of egg rolls swelling with delicious, or a platter of peanut butter chicken doesn't sound so dang good for dinner, and maybe for leftovers tomorrow too. Might not be healthy, but no one ever crossed into this country's Far East eateries with diets in mind. Delightful though that this may be, this is not just a love stacked on stomachs fit to burst or floating on seas of excessive salivation. A restaurant never has quite the same light in your eyes as when your father turns to you and says, "Hey, this is where your mom and I went on our first date." While it's disturbing to think that my parents ever did anything like dating, or that my entire existence hinged on pleasant conversation over a plate of crispy shrimp, a little Chinese place in 132nd was the first step to me. For 3 years' worth of Saturday lunches, my father took me to the same Chinese buffet. He and I, we've never quite seen eye to eye, but there must have been something in the chicken, because at those tables, our mutual acknowledgments of existence gave way to the best discussions we have ever shared. They say conversation is the soul's meat and drink. Our spirits supped on dishes splashed in spices and soy sauce. Our relationship was best between bites, when one's mouth closed and their ears opened. We cannot forget this New Year's Eve, when my sister's triple seizures sent us on the plane too late for anything but takeout when we finally got home. Mid-meal, she started shaking again. My parents clung to her from either side while I sat there doing nothing but keep chewing. Has to be the very definition of comfort food. My meals that week were scavenged from white cubes between hospital visits. Food has so many flavors you can't even taste on your tongue. Salt can be as savory as victory or taste like a handful of shaken tears. My friends, have you devoured deeply from the takeout box of life? Or are you hungry an existential hour later? As for me, find me in a Chinese joint, perhaps writing poetry. Because though it bring heartburn and heartbreak, or satisfaction and satiation, this is my soul food.